Crusader Nation, welcome back to our second podcast of the 2025 year. Have two special guests with me today. We have Kellen, Maher and Charlie Paulin out of our swim team, our boys swim team. Excited to have them on the show. A quick recap of where we've been. So last week we had some really tough games in our season. Our girls did a great job. Our girls basketball team went to Springfield, Mass, and played in the Hoop Hall Classic and had a nice win out there representing the state of Connecticut. And then our boys had a big win over St. Paul last week. So moving into this new week, we've just been notified that we are the game of the week for girls basketball against St. Paul on Tuesday, which is exciting. So hope to see some people there. But jumping into our guest today, kind of leading into jumping into a pool. We got two of our main swimmers. Just tell us a little bit about yourselves. Kellen, why don't you start?
Sure. So I'm a senior. This is my third year at Holy Cross. I was a freshman at Naugatuck, and I transferred over here. And I've been swimming pretty much my whole life. I think since I was 5 years old. My older brother, who I look up to a lot, was also a swimmer. So that kind of encouraged me to join. And it's been big for me. I enjoy it a lot, and I think I'm going to end up doing it in college too. So
awesome. And what was the transition like when you came from Naugatuck to Holy Cross?
I was nervous. It was new. I only knew a few people here, and it was just through swim. But I was also really excited. I mean, whole new swim culture. It's a big deal over here. So it was a lot of fun to join a new team and do well.
Awesome. And Charlie, you've been doing this now for 4 years. So give us a little bit of background of yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Charlie Paulin. I'm a senior fellow captain with Kellen on the swim team. I broke my leg 8th grade, and running started to hurt. So I switched to swim, and that's how I started swimming as a freshman. And I've had 2 coaches now, and the swim culture here, as Kellen liked to say, it's pretty big. It's like a good team atmosphere. It's competitive, and we like to do good. Historically, Holy Cross swim team have been always good, and it's fun here.
Yeah, you guys have been both members of the 2022 state championship with boys swimming. So talk about that a little bit. I mean, you guys were young, but again, you just transferred in, chip under your belt. So how was that whole experience? I'll go with Charlie first.
Yeah, so it was actually a lot of fun. It came down to we beat Woodland by 4.5 points. They won MVLs that year. So, we kind of had that like almost revenge. We wanted to get something. And Mary knew that was our coach at the time. And she knew that we could get this if we all put our best effort in. And to be part of a team to win only by 4 points, it literally came down to the last event. It was exciting. It was nail biting. Parents were up. Atmosphere in that pool was like electric. It just was a lot of fun to be part of something, because everyone was pushing themselves. People had bad races, but then people made up for that with other good races. So it just felt like to be part of a team that was really a family and that was really connected.
And when you were at that event and watching, it came down to the very last race. It was one of those, those are the type of wins that you like. And it was just, the experience was unbelievable for everybody involved in it. But we had a really good showing in the NVL that year, because I think Woodland and Oxford and Holy Cross were neck and neck in that race. So it was pretty good. We had a changing coach. Mary was a very successful coach here in the state of Connecticut, well known. Obviously, we have Coach Courier now with our swim team. Talk a little bit about the culture of the team and where things are going right now.
We all know Mary. She was tough. She loved to yell, and we all loved her. We won with her. Tom came in and he had a different approach, but we like him just as much. It's new. He's modern. He's willing to adapt to new things. He's willing to hear us, which is my favorite thing. We have a lot of input. He consults with us. How are we feeling? How do we think we're swimming? Stuff like that. So that's really big for me as a swimmer. So I think we're a smaller team now, a lot different than with Mary, but we're having a lot of fun and we're still swimming well. So
that's awesome. That's good to hear. How about you, Charlie?
Yeah, no, can't say anything bad about Mary. Can't say anything bad about Tom. They both came in. They both different types of training, but both make a team. Coach Tom, he trains a little differently, and it's fun to get a fresh start. And the new swimmers coming in and underclassmen now that are on the swim team, he treats them so well, and he treats upperclassmen. And like Kellen said, he listens to us. He just checks in, and he's a good coach. and makes it really like family oriented and cares for us.
That's
It's
great.
good.
I mean, I just by getting to know him a little bit this year, and obviously working with him in the summer and preseason stuff, I think the future's bright. We have a really good roster, and I think we're just going to grow this program, and sky's the limit for this group. And I think things are going to go in the future. Looks really bright for us.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a little bit of where we swim. Obviously, we don't have a pool on campus, but talk about your day. You know what I mean? Obviously, you get out of school, we use Kennedy's pool. Talk about how that is with you guys.
Kennedy has cold water, but like we said, like we're a team and we push each other and it's fun. Coach Tom is very he emphasizes working out. He understands that swimming is an ever-changing sport. He likes to keep it modern. So we work out in the gym. We do plyometrics and all that stuff, and it's fun because it's, like I said, a different type of training, but it's still hard and it still works, and the results will come at the end of the season. But right after school, we go to Kennedy, swim for 2 hours, and then Monday through Saturday we have swim, and then meets on Friday. It's a good atmosphere in there.
Yeah, and for those listeners out there, we actually use all of Waterbury's public schools. We have the ability at times to go to Crosby, Kennedy. We do use Westside Middle School sometimes, which helps. Coach Courier is a teacher at Westside, so kind of helps us out when we have to get over to use their pool. Kellen, let's talk a little bit about you. You were Athlete of the Week, had an unbelievable performance. Talk a little bit about that and just where you are in the season right now.
Cool. So that was for our meet against Torrington, where I won the 200 and 100 freestyle. And I mean, it's early season, so there's not kind of big expectations, but I was really happy with how I swam. I didn't know I was going to get recognized like that until 2 days later, maybe Tom texts me and he says, Kellen, I'm going to shoot you this email. This is from the newspaper. So I kind of realized then that this was for the Athlete of the Week thing. And I thought that was really cool. It's something I've talked about always wanting. Me and my brother kind of have this friendly rivalry in swimming. We always want to be better than the other one in our races. Yeah, right. And he was always upset about how he never won one. He thought he should have, which was so I thought it was funny. I got it. He was the first person I told, and he was really happy for me. So
nice.
So it was cool. It was a cool process. Just fill out a couple questions, my favorites of a couple things, and it was in the paper 3 days later. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's a great honor. I mean, when anybody gets recognized as an Athlete of the Week, I mean, think about all the sports that are going on in the season, the winter season, and to be recognized is a special thing. So, that's not just something that, you take for granted. It's obviously being recognized by your peers and by the greater Waterbury area is a special thing. So, credit to you and what you did in that performance. So, guys, moving forward now, in terms of looking at your schedule, what's the big meet that's scheduled, or the one that you circle the most moving forward that you're looking forward to, kind of put you in position in the NVL and our state tournament run? So what's that meet that you're looking ahead to?
So the two meets that really Holy Cross always trains hard for is Watertown and Woodland. Watertown has built up an excellent team this year. They're very good, and just the rivalry between Woodland and Holy Cross has always been electric. When you're in that pool, when that meet is happening, it's almost louder than NVL. Sometimes the kids, the coaches, everyone, and the parents, everyone's on their feet, everyone's cheering. And it's just those are the two big meets. And NVLs is always a fun time. If it's at Kennedy, all the parents are there, chants are going. You really see the team atmosphere and like how every team is different at NVLs. And then states for those who make it, and then state opens. That's just an honor to make it that far, to have like all the hard work kind of pay off and to make those qualifying times. And yeah.
How about you, Kellen? Same thing, feel the same way with that meet?
Yeah, those two meets are going to be a lot of fun. Woodland was always the biggest one for me. I remember the first year I came over, that was all we were thinking about, is the Woodland meet, and we won that by a decent amount. And then last year it came down to the last relay, and we won on the last relay, which I was in. And that's still one of my favorite moments my whole life playing sports. I mean, it was just so cool to win at the end. And I have a lot of friends over there at Woodland that we were swimming against. So it's a big rivalry, but it's a friendly rivalry. And after the meet, we can kind of come together and we're friends again. But for that hour that we're racing, it's it's kill or be killed.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's how it is, and I will have to tend to agree. I think the sportsmanship between the two schools and programs, obviously, there's a lot of respect for what you guys do, and it shows. And again, that's what you want. That's all about competition, and looking forward to that meet coming up. Do we have them at Kennedy, or is it at Woodland this year?
I believe it's at Woodland.
It's at Woodland
for our divers, so
Okay.
they could score points and everything and aid us.
Perfect. Well, guys, listen, I appreciate you being on. As we wrap up, I have a little bit of a fast lightning round type of a thing. We'll see how fast you are. I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to start with Kellen first, and then we'll go to Charlie. See how fast you are, how quick you can answer, okay? So what was your first job, Kellen, if you have a job?
First job, I still have it, is a lifeguard at the Cheshire Pool.
Nice. Charlie, what is your favorite month?
My favorite month is December. I was born in December. That's when snow starts to come, and I'm a big fan of snowboarding, so yeah.
Snowboarding, all right. What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Ooh, I've liked elephants since I was little.
Elephants, all right, that's different. What's your favorite color, Charlie?
My favorite color is orange, an unpopular color, but it's definitely my favorite.
Kellen, who's your hero?
Ooh, I'd say my brother.
Okay, you did mention your brother earlier in the show. Where did you go on your last vacation, Charlie?
I went to the Bahamas on a cruise with my family.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. What's your favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject? This year it's psychology.
Psychology. All right, so you like to get in the minds and figure all that stuff out, huh? And Charlie, last one. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word? Oh, it's nugget. It's been nugget since I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I just like the sound of nugget.
Sounds of nugget.
That's about
all
it.
right. Well, there you go. Well, listen, Crusader Nation, two of our top performers in swim. I'm real proud to have them be Holy Cross Crusaders. They've represented our program. They've done a great job in school. Looking forward to how they're going to finish this season and where they're going to go to school. Actually, we didn't talk about that real quick. Where do you think you're going to go to school, Kellen?
I've got a couple options: Springfield, Roger Williams, Eastern, maybe one of those.
And you're going
Not
to
sure
continue
yet.
to swim, possibly?
And I probably will continue to swim.
Oh, that's awesome. How about you, Charlie? What's your plan?
I was looking at either the Air Force Academy or maybe like an engineering school such as Georgia Tech or UConn. I've always been good at math, so that's kind of where I'd like to end up. And
Awesome.
I will not swim in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, hey, look, you're going to school and great schools to pick from. Hopefully you'll let us know where you are and we can let everybody know. Again, thank you guys for being on. And,
Sure,
this
thank
is,
you. Of course, thank you.
it's a special time. Enjoy it. Enjoy the time together. This is your last year and go out as winners.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hey, good job, fellas.